Think you've seen it all? Think again. At GreenTech, we bring you operators pulling off moves so clean and crazy you'd swear it's CGI. Real dirt, real machines, real skill. Let's roll.
Тут уж... Пошел, страус, пошел!
Judging by the situation, the driver may not have much experience. The mismatch between the tire grip and the load clearly caused the issue. Winter roads demand proper tire setup. It's not optional, it's essential. Can you guess what kind of machine this is?
Да, можно, конечно. Когда он эту сгрызет перегородочку между колес. Отлично, отлично. Всем всего самого наилучшего. Работаем. У меня нет, не буксует наверху.
In this situation, a T150 tractor helps reinstall a dislodged track on a Chetra T130 bulldozer. The job looks simple at first, but it clearly took hours. Comments from former operators suggest a better method, rotating in reverse with braking. That reverse braking trick sounds legit. This footage recalls a 2008 expedition to Bo, where a 5-man crew worked on road access for a remote base. Temperatures dropped below -60 degrees Celsius, making the task extremely difficult. Have you ever seen a tractor unloaded the Ecuadorian way? Without a traditional ramp, they reshape part of the hillside to form a landing slope. Every move, from picking the spot to rolling off the trailer, involves calculated risk. It's not textbook, but it works when there's no other choice. The Volvo L220F handles marble with care, not force. Each bucket strike is timed to crack the stone, not shatter it. It's a steady process that relies on feel, not just raw power. What stands out here isn't just the size of the bulldozers, it's the coordination. The D9T and D275 move in sync across an uneven surface, minimizing overlap and keeping speed steady. It takes strong planning and clear understanding of terrain to make this look smooth. Working in water adds weight and instability, but the PC3000 handles it well. You'll notice holes in the bucket too. Those help drain water while holding back the sand. Looks like this site is dredging for construction-grade material. This Komatsu demo pushes the machine close to its limits, but in a controlled way. Operators tilt the excavator far off-center to show hydraulic balance without spilling fluid. It's less about speed and more about fine control under pressure. A respectful reminder of what heavy equipment is designed to handle. They don't make them like this anymore, my grandpa used to say. The T100 wasn't built for comfort. It was built to last. Just raw steel, diesel, and grit. Watching it rumble through mud and rock is like opening a window to a different era, where machines were simple. Ever wondered why some draglines have two cabins? This monster, the ESH-20/90, is mining manganese in Ukraine's open pits. One cabin is for operation. The other often houses monitoring or backup systems. You'd think controlling one is hard enough. Imagine both. These machines look slow, but they shape entire landscapes with each swing. The E651 is a Soviet-era bulldozer attachment that's still going strong in rural areas. Paired with a T100 or T130, it was designed for clearing, leveling, and opening roads. Fully mechanical, no electronics. These machines remind us that durability often outlasts innovation. Can a Cat D8R Really tow a 60-ton crane? We can almost feel the tension in the tracks. Spotted along the Barkley Highway, a dismantled Cat 793D mining truck on the move. That oversized sign up front? It's an understatement to say the least. I once heard stories from old forestry workers, how the last pull of the day was always the most dangerous. Watching this clip, you see why. 4 Meranti logs chained together, slick forest ground, and a dozer working overtime. Horsepower matters, but what really counts is the operator's instinct, experience, and the ability to sense when trouble is about to hit. In the old riverbed of the Drava, a Cat 330 finds itself trapped in thick mud. Watching it try to crawl free reminds us, even the toughest machines have limits. But with enough persistence, there's usually a way out. So glad it wasn't worse. Impressive. But let's be real, this kind of stunt can go wrong fast. Skill's great, but safety's smarter. I came across this clip while reading about Soviet-era tractors. The K700 is known for its power, but even that gets tested in deep snow like this. If you liked the video, comment 1. If you thought it was boring, comment 0. Hard to say exactly, but it seems like he just needed to hug that left side a bit more.
Oh my god! Udah terlalu ya? Woi!
One wrong move and that current could sweep the whole rig. High risk work. Would you take a job like this? Seeing this Chetra T9 being loaded after a full engine rebuild feels tense. The trailer sits high, and every inch of clearance matters. I can't help but respect the coordination it takes to guide such weight into place.
Бульдозер на высоком трале.
This is where a machine gets its first real workout, a full load test right after assembly. It's not just about seeing if it runs, but if every system holds under pressure. Let's see how it performs. That classic rumble. There's something satisfying about hearing a T130 come to life. The sequence feels mechanical, raw, and powerful, like waking up a steel beast. Ever wondered how to move a rock the size of a car? The D11R shows you how it's done. It's not just raw power. Timing, traction, and the right angle make all the difference. That rock never stood a chance. What happens when a T130 meets a stubborn tree stump? Clearing ground like this isn't elegant, but it gets the job done. Only 3 scoops to fill a massive haul truck? That's some serious bucket capacity. The quarry looks compact, but everything here runs on industrial scale. Ever seen stone packed that tightly? This is mining, precision style. Imagine working where roads don't exist, just mud, reeds, and water. This amphibious excavator glides where others would sink, thanks to hydraulic spuds and long-reach arms. The crew behind this has decades of rental experience, and it shows in every move. Test driving a WA475-10 reveals how agile a loader can be. The operator reverses often, adjusting positioning for better scoop angles. Even though the bucket isn't oversized, it moves sand efficiently, showing how response time matters more than brute size. It's always interesting seeing operators demonstrate their machines, especially when it's a Caterpillar D6T on display. Watching them showcase turning, blade control, and power slides in a controlled space says a lot about their training. Respect to those who make it look easy. Every turn, lift, and spin flows like choreography. The operator clearly knows the machine inside out, and it shows in how effortlessly it glides through the task. It's almost hypnotic to watch. It was scary but expected. The top section was barely held by a tiny joint. It always looked like it could collapse any moment. I knew this would happen. This Tata Hitachi digs into stone with force and focus. We can almost feel the ground shake through the screen. It's the kind of footage that makes you appreciate what these machines do every day. It's not every day you see a fuel truck overtaking on a steep incline. Risky? Absolutely. But also a glimpse into the kind of judgment drivers need when every second counts.
un bici, dice que esto es un GPS. Arriba, arriba.
Let us know in the comments. Type 1 if you thought our video was interesting, and 0 if you thought it was boring.
Fotos, fotos, fotos. Vamos, fotos, fotos, fotos. Señores, esto va a salir en interview. ¿Ven? Ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ya está afuera, chavales. Hacer fotos, coño. Quiero fotos, quiero fotos.
Old machines have stories, and this crane's still writing its own. Watch as it carefully scoops out a pond using a drag bucket, a method that takes patience and feel. No flashy speed here, just steady, thoughtful operation. Now this is what coordination looks like. 3 trucks and a 150-ton Caterpillar 994 climbing steep grades. Every movement calculated. It's less about brute force and more about knowing exactly when and where to apply it. Stunning teamwork from Betts Bauer Haulage. At a tough site in Jafrabad, the Cat D6H with LGP tracks moves steadily. It's built for soft terrain, and here, every inch of progress shows careful machine control. Rail relocation in winter? Add snow and broken steel to the mix, and it turns into a full-blown headache. The challenge here isn't just technical, it's physical, mental, and cold. Props to the crew handling it under pressure. The operator's calm hands and careful pace show the level of focus required in terrain like this. That's it for this round. But the machines never stop, and neither do we. If you love dirt, diesel, and downright awesome operator moves, subscribe now and come along for the ride.